الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور انفسنا ومن سيئات اعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له واشهد ان لا اله الا الله وحده لا شريك له واشهد ان نبينا محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وعلى اله وصحبه اجمعين اما بعد السلام عليكم ورحمه الله وبركاته. I apologize for the slight delay. Alhamdulillah, I do have good news to share. We just had a sister upstairs taking her shahada, becoming a Muslimah. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless her, bless all of us. Allahumma ameen. So today's class is a tafsir class. We haven't yet finished Surah Al-Qasas, but we have not started a new chapter in the Quran. So for now, we will use today's class and perhaps tomorrow's class to revisit very quickly and expand on the Khotbah. People often don't realize that the Khotbah, because of the time constraints, when a person prepares for delivering a Khotbah, there's a lot of information that you gather. And then you have to make it in a way where you fit all of that information, or as much as information as possible, in that time frame, which sometimes is 10-15 minutes. And it is often very difficult to do any topic true justice in that limited time. So it is always good to expand on things in the classes throughout the week. So in today's khutbah, at least for the first one, we visited the story of Adam alayhi salam, the creation of Adam, and we focused on the conversation between Iblis and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And we derived many lessons from that. Today we'll take a few steps back and cover some events or certain things that happened before the creation of Adam. And this is mentioned in many different surahs of the Quran. For example, in Surah Al-Baqarah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَإِذْ قَالَ رَبُّكَ لِلْمَلَائِكَةِ إِنِّي جَاعِلٌ فِي الْأَرْضِ خَلِيفَةً. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala spoke to the angels and he said, I will establish a Khalifa on the land. Now, they responded with a question. They said, قَالُوا وَتَجْعَلُ فِيهَا مَنْ يُفْسِدُ فِيهَا وَيَسْفِكُ الدِّمَاءَ وَنَحْنُ نُسَبِّحُ بِحَمْدِكَ وَنُقَدِّسُ لَكَ. They said, will you place on the earth someone who will wreak havoc, make fasad, spill blood, whilst we praise you and we sanctify you, O Allah? And this interaction, there's lessons in that as well. First of all, it shows the complete submissive state of the angels, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is informing them, and it is not a discussion. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is informing the angels of what He is intending to do. And the angels, they ask a question, and this shows us that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or rather in the religion, there's nothing wrong with asking questions. Whether those questions are pertaining to important aspects of the faith or superficial questions, questions in Islam are welcomed. But it is about how the question is asked and the intent behind the question. And these angels, as we know, they do not have free will. So angels do not have free will. Even if they wanted to, they could not disobey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala listens to their question and responds, does not punish them. And this is important because in some of the other scriptures, in the other religions, it mentions that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala burned the angels with fire and so on. But in Islam, this is not the case. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala answers their question, إِنِّي أَعْلَمُ مَا لَا تَعْلَمُونَ. I know that which you do not know. And interestingly here, the scholars in Islam have highlighted, they say, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, إِنِّي أَعْلَمُ مَا لَا تَعْلَمُونَ, this ma is, it shows it's mubhama, meaning that if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had said, إِنِّي أَعْلَمُ الَّذِي, I know that which you do not know, it would be something specific. But when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala uses the word ma, it shows that I know everything that you do not know, all aspects. I know this, wisdom behind the creation, and I know things that you have no knowledge about. So this is one of the eloquence of the Quran, the balagha in the Quran. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala continues and says, وَعَلَّمَ آدَمَ الْأَسْمَاءَ كُلَّهَا. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala taught Adam the names of all things. The scholars in Islam, they say this is one of the many blessings that human beings have that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions time and time again throughout the Quran, and it is the intellect. It is the intellect that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has blessed mankind with. Adam alayhi salam here, he is taught the name of all things. Not only their names, but their descriptions, which is the foundation of all knowledge. And because of this knowledge and the ability to retain so much information, he becomes a level higher than the angels themselves. And when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives a command, he says before the command comes, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, ثُمَّ عَرَضَهُمْ عَلَى الْمَلَائِكَةِ. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala brought it in front of the angels. And the point here to note is where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, ثُمَّ عَرَضَهُمْ. The hum here, it is used for something that has intellect. Right? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did not say ثُمَّ عَرَضَهَا عَلَى الْمَلَائِكَةِ, He said ثُمَّ عَرَضَهُمْ عَلَى الْمَلَائِكَةِ. So what is this they, or the thing that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala presented in front of the malaika? Some of the scholars have said, it is these things that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala taught Adam about, but it also includes the names of people that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala showed Adam alayhi salam. So the angels were put to the test. This was a test to show why Adam alayhi salam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will command them to make sujood. So it shows the level that Adam alayhi salam reached, and when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asks the angels, "Anbi'uni, inform me bi asma'i ha'ula'i in kuntum sadiqin," the names of these things if you are truthful. The angels, they realize that they have said something that they reassure Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that the intent or the question that they had asked before is not a question that brings about sin. The reason why I say this is because when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tests them, if they had committed a mistake, a sin, then they would have made the istighfar that goes along with it. But here they reaffirm what they had said before. What did they say before? وَنَحْنُ نُسَبِّحُ بِحَمْدِكَ وَنُقَدِّسُ لَكَ. So what is their response here? In line with what they already said, the first thing that comes out of their mouth is سُبْحَانَكَ قَالُوا سُبْحَانَكَ لَا عِلْمَ لَنَا إِلَّا مَا عَلَّمْتَنَا. So they show their true nature in that they never disobey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and the question that they had asked was, actually let's take a few steps back. A person might say, if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is informing the angels about the creation of Adam, and the angels now say, would you create someone who will cause many problems and fasad and so on earth? Where did the angels see this? Are they basing it on something, or are they just making it up? Adam alayhi salam at that moment in time might or might not be created yet. So how can they know something that will happen in the future? And the simple answer is they base this on the jinn that were created before. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created the jinn and they started creating the fasad and the bloodshed and so on. So they use that as an example and they say, will they be like the previous creation? And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reminds them that all knowledge belongs with Him. Inni a'lamu ma la ta'lamun. And the angels, they affirm this again. And they say, Innaka anta al-alim al-hakim. Verily, indeed, you are al-alim al-hakim. And then when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commands Adam alayhi salam, قَالَ يَا آدَمُ أَنْبِئْهُمْ بِأَسْمَائِهِمْ, O Adam, inform them of the names. فَلَمَّا أَنْبَأَهُمْ بِأَسْمَائِهِمْ قَالَ أَلَمْ أَقُلْ لَكُمْ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says at the end of it, did I not tell you, إِنِّي أَعْلَمُ غَيْبَ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ وَأَعْلَمُ مَا تُبْدُونَ وَمَا كُنْتُمْ تَكْتُمُونَ, that I have the knowledge of the unseen in the heavens and the unseen on the land. And I know that which is apparent and that which is hidden or that you hide. The following verse, وَإِذْ قُلْنَا لِلْمَلَائِكَةِ اسْجُدُوا لِآدَمَ فَسَجَدُوا إِلَّا إِبْلِيسَ. Now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has perfected the creation of Adam alayhi salam, and He has shown the angels how special Adam is in terms of the blessings, because now Adam alayhi salam is able to do something that the angels themselves cannot. So it shows that he has more knowledge than them, and that is when the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala comes. وَإِذْ قُلْنَا لِلْمَلَائِكَةِ اسْجُدُوا لِآدَمَ. Make sujood to Adam. Some scholars, they've highlighted the lamb here, the Adam, it shows not to Adam, but it is for the miracle itself, the creation of Adam alayhi salam. In the same way that if we, when we pray, especially if you are close to Makkah, and you make sujood in the direction of the Kaaba, right? Hajar al-Aswad. When you are praying to the direction of the Kaaba, who are you praying to? Are you praying to the Kaaba or are you praying to Allah? Obviously, you're praying to Allah. So this is one interpretation. Another one that is more spoken about is the issue of sujood itself. That in the Sharia, in the laws of the people before us, there was a time where making sujood was an acceptable form of greeting. Some scholars have stated this. Allahu A'lam, at the end of the day, what is important is that the command came from Allah and all the angels, they follow. Many times you hear in the Quran, فَسَجَدَ الْمَلَائِكَةُ كُلُّهُمْ أَجْمَعُونَ, that all of the angels, they make sujood all together. The only exception is Iblis. Think about that just for a moment. Do you know how many angels there are? No one knows. وَمَا يَعْلَمُ جُنُودَ رَبِّكَ إِلَّا هُوَ. Only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows. The Prophet ﷺ gave us an indication. He said, أَرْقَتِ السَّمَاءُ وَحُقَّ لَهَا أَنْ تَرِقْ, that the heavens almost fall apart. Why? Because in every place, the span of a hand or 4 fingers, there's an angel that is either in ruku' or in sujood. So when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, فَسَجَدَ الْمَلَائِكَةُ كُلُّهُمْ أَجْمَعُونَ, all of the angels fell down in sujood, this is not a simple matter. All of the angels, this is speaking about Jibreel, he fell into sujood. Hamalatul Arsh, they fell into sujood. Malakul Maut, he fell into sujood. All the angels that we know of that are mentioned in the Quran and the Sunnah. The point I'm trying to make, brothers and sisters, is that this was a big event. It was an event that showed the status of Adam alayhi salam, and this status came from the knowledge that he had. So you will see always in Islam there is emphasis on knowledge, not just religious knowledge, but any type of knowledge. And this intellect that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us, it is one of the biggest blessings that we have as human beings. Everything that you see around yourself now, It is because human beings have put their mind to it, created things with their own hands, and it is shameful if we do not make use of this knowledge that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us, this intellect. Have you ever thought about how fragile the mind is? You only truly realize that when you are around people who might have mental problems, or they might have, dealing with different diseases and so on. And then you realize, subhanAllah, the line between a sane person and a person who is insane, it is not so big the way that we used to think. And you realize the blessing from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala when you are sane, you're able to take care of yourself. For all that to work, and then you see someone who abuses it, this blessing that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave them. They use drugs, they use things, and they damage this intellect. Or they do not even know who Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is. The reason why Adam alayhi salam reached this level is because of the knowledge. And the one that does not have that knowledge, or does not act according to that knowledge rather, that person is the one that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions, ثُمَّ رَدَدْنَاهُ أَسْفَلَ السَّافِلِينَ. That if you do not make the most of the blessing that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given you, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has described those people in the Quran, إِنْهُمْ إِلَّا كَالْأَنْعَامِ. They are just like cattle, like animals. بَلْ هُمْ أَضَلُّ. Rather, they are even more misguided. Why? Because even a cow knows who created it. Even a cow knows Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. رَبُّنَا الَّذِي أَعْطَى كُلَّ شَيْءٍ خَلْقَهُ ثُمَّ هَدَى. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one that has fashioned and created everything, and then He guided it, gave it its instincts, everything that it needs. So the emphasis on this part of the story is on that knowledge that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave, and we, the children of Adam, we need to follow in the footsteps, and we see that with the connection to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the knowledge increases, and it brings benefit to us both in this world and the next. Inshallah, we'll stop here and we'll continue tomorrow, inshallah. على وصلى الله على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.